Welcome to Mathenatic. We are busy revising content for paper 1. In this video, we'll discuss the following question. For which values of x will the geometric series converge? And we are given a pattern of 2 minus x plus 2 minus x squared plus 2 minus x cubed, and that pattern continues. So firstly, when you see the word geometric series, you think of a constant ratio between terms. So let us find the constant ratio in terms of x. So to find that constant ratio, we'll say term 2 divided by term 1. Now the second term is 2 minus x squared, and the first term is 2 minus x. And that is exactly what I did here. And can you see that the terms in the numerator and denominator are the same, except for the numerator is raised to the power of 2. So when I apply exponent laws, I'll have 2 minus x in brackets raised to the power of 2 minus 1. And that simplifies to 2 minus x. So that is our constant ratio. What I want you to notice is that x in our denominator cannot be equal to 2. Because if x was 2, the denominator would become 0, and then that ratio would be undefined. The question said, for which values of x will the series converge? Now, with convergence, we know that the ratio needs to be bigger than -1 and smaller than 1. And we have the ratio as 2 minus x. So in the following few steps, we are solving for x. So my approach always is to solve the left-hand side by itself. So let's ignore the right-hand side for a moment and see what is happening here. So we have replaced r with 2 minus x. Then in the next step, we moved the 2 to the left-hand side, and that became minus 2, which resulted in the -3. Therefore, we have negative x is bigger than -3. And then I divide both sides by -1. Now, with an inequality, when we divide by a negative, then the direction of the inequality changes. So x becomes smaller than 3. Now, let us ignore the left-hand side and repeat those calculations on the right-hand side. So again, I move the 2 to the right-hand side, and that becomes minus 2, which results in -1. And then I have negative x is smaller than -1. So I divide by a negative on both sides to get a positive x. So x then would be bigger than 1. So remember again, when we divide by a negative value, the direction of the inequality would change. So we have solved for x, and we can say that the series would converge for the ratio between -1 and 1, but we want values of x. So for the values of x, where x is bigger than 1 and smaller than 3. But remember, x cannot be equal to 2 because that will make the denominator of the ratio 0. Thank you for watching. Support us by liking and subscribing to Mathenatic. Check out our Digistore for math study notes, with free downloads for statistics and financial math. Follow the link in the video description.